What's going on YouTube? Today's video we have a lamp. Yeah, you clicked on a lamp review video. We're going to go in a full in-depth 8-minute video on this beautiful lamp that they went ahead and sent out. So first off, this is by a company called Bojim. They have multiple different products related to lighting equipment and stuff like that. So they're a professional company. This retails for about $30 on Amazon. I'll throw a link in the description. And it's more of like a accent lighting. It does do a really good job lighting stuff up, but it's good for prop videos and stuff like that, as you can see there in the background, as well as just looking pretty cool. So this does come in two different colorways, a brushed gold and a black. So the brushed like gold type of look, it does look really elegant. It definitely stands out, and it's really good for, you know, prop lighting and stuff like that. So I would use that in my video if I needed to. Now first, let's go ahead and check out the unboxing experience. So it's in a nice big box, protected fully with foam. You do have your user manuals on top with all the information you need, such as charging time and specifications on it as well. It comes with a USB-C charging cable, as well as, you know, the rod, the base, and the device itself. It's a very simple packaging, but it's very well protected, which I really like. So that's pretty simple for the unboxing experience. Now when it comes to specifications, we're going to go ahead and break that down. This does have a 4,000 milliamp rechargeable battery. So yes, it is completely wireless, which I do like. It does have 3 different temperature modes. It has a 3000 warm light Kelvin temperature, a 4000 daylight white, and a 6000 Kelvin cool white temperature. And this is also able to be dimmed from, 10% all the way up to 100%. So no matter what, you can easily change to how you want it to be. 100% would kill the battery in about 6 hours, and about 10% will kill the battery in 20 hours. So this technically has about 20 hours of battery life, which is really good considering that, yes, this does have a really good amount of brightness. This does have a USB-C input, like I mentioned, with the USB-C cable that charges at 5 volt 2 amp and takes about 5 hours to fully charge from 0 to 100. You can check the indicator status whenever you look underneath the lamp. It'll be red on the bottom and then green when it's charged. Now this does have a IP54 waterproof, so you'll be pretty much good to go when it comes to using this outdoors. If you have a bunch of furniture and stuff like that and you want to use this like on the side on a coffee table or whatever, this would be really good for lighting up, a pretty good amount of area, not being super bright and harsh, which is what I prefer, honestly. You can see my room specifically. It's more of accent lighting rather than a giant bulb lighting up the entire room and looking harsh and ugly. So that's just the way I prefer to light stuff up. People have to each their own, I guess. Different lighting styles. You do have everything covered from different Kelvin temperatures. So that's just really helpful when it comes to the portability on this device. Now this is about a 14-inch in height product. The base is about 4 inches and the top piece is about also 4 inches in diameter. So it's not taking up a huge amount of space, which I really like. It's about the same size as like a candle jar, a 3-wick candle jar, if you want to take that into consideration. I actually use this and put that on top of that. Yes, the battery life is really good. I actually did test it out in a previous video. During that video, you can see on the last video that I just posted, during that entire recording process, we used it as a accent lighting, and it lasted throughout the entire video, which that video took about 2 hours to film, breaking it up, and then like 8 hours to edit. So it was lasting a very good amount of time within the entire test, which is cool. The iVanky video that we just shot yesterday, during that entire film process, we were actually using this lamp right here in the background. Right now it is slowly dying out of the box. We haven't charged it, and it lasted pretty much that entire film session, which, if you don't know, we started that video roughly around 7 to 8 o'clock, and right now it is 1:20 in the morning. So you can do the math. That's about 5 hours, 6 hours maybe even more. I don't know. I think that's 6 hours, to be honest, that this has been on full brightness. I have it propped up on this candle here just so it's a little more noticeable. Hopefully you guys seen it in the background, but yeah. Now this weighs about 1.7 pounds, which is really light considering that, it's a lamp. So there's no actual, bulbs. It's an LED, which is lighter, doesn't get hot, saves energy, and it is also able to be really bright. Now you're probably wondering on the lumens, you're like, what's the lumens? What's the lumens? It's 240 lumens, which is the equivalent to a 25-watt bulb, specifically the incandescent bulbs, which are, the older style. They're not LED. LED obviously gets way, way brighter than incandescent incandescent, because incandescent is more of an accent lighting. So that's basically what it's saying. It's meant for like accents, but it's nice. Like, it looks nice, especially for it being wireless and it being $30. Now the power rating is only 3 watts. So, you know, you're not drawing a whole lot of power, even though it's not plugged in to charge it. It's basically a lot less than using an iPhone, like by 5 times, literally. So when it comes to power, you know, you could charge this 10 times in a month, 20 times in a month. I don't know however long you use it, pretty much. It charges really quick. You can pretty much charge it during the day and then use it at night, and vice versa, whenever you need to. This also does have a non-slip base, so you can pretty much put it anywhere. You don't have to worry about it tilting over or knocking over unless, you know, you purposely try to knock it over. It has a really good base on there, which the weight is pretty much all on the bottom. You know, I would say it's about a pound on the bottom for the base. It's thin. It's really, really thin, which looks nice. And it is just slimmer, which is a more modern look, which is what they went for. Luxury looking product when it comes to that. Now, when we tested out the IP54 rating, we did use this in the shower with hot water, and we ran it for about 25 minutes. Nothing really longer because I just didn't want to waste that much water. And we ran it for about 20 minutes. I didn't do it too long because obviously I don't want to waste so much water. That's pretty pricey, but we used it for about 20 minutes in hot water, and it's still lasting. Like, I just took my shower after, and you can see right there, it's working perfectly fine. There was some water trapped, like within the base, like underneath where the lighting is, like the strips and stuff like that. There was water trapped in there, so I had to shake it out a bit. I don't know if I captured that portion, but there was water stuck in there. It didn't break the device at all, but I would recommend try to take it out, unless if you don't, then it might create mold or something like that. So that's just enough why. I don't know how it got in there. It might have been when I flipped the device over, because I was actually drenching this as much as possible. I was making sure that this actually can last through water, which, you know, how rain goes and water goes, it goes all over the place. You won't expect it. So when it comes to, if you have this outdoors, yes, it'll be good, but, you know, it will flicker on and off. So it'll like mess with the settings, because it was hot water. So yeah, it was technically registering as a finger press, and it was messing with the brightness, turning it on and off, changing the modes and stuff like that, which might be a bummer. If it rains outside, it'll probably kill the battery during the rain. So it's just an FYI, I would probably only bring this out when you need it to be outside, and then bring it back in on your nightstand or whatever, and then you'll be good to go. It's a nice accent lighting nonetheless. Now, I actually do prefer this gold accent, because I know I have a bunch of black stuff in my room, so this in my specific room pops out, you know, like a sore thumb basically. It's really good looking. I'm not even joking. Like, it looks really good. It's actually a perfect height. It's not super tall, it's not super small. It's just the perfect height. It gets a lot of brightness. It gets nothing crazy to the eyes, because I know some lamps are so bright where they start hurting, especially at night. If you have this by your nightstand and you turn it on, you won't be flash banged as soon as you turn it on. You know, it's very good when it comes to that, especially if you were underneath the lamp. Like, I can look at the lamp directly and it's not even like super bright, and it's actually lighting up my skin really well. So that's pretty cool too. So you can use that for a bunch of different things, technically. Without further ado, hopefully this is 8 minutes. Let me check. Yeah, we've been talking for 12 minutes, so hopefully it's 8 minutes. Thank you guys for watching. If you want to check this out, it's linked in the description down below, and I'll see you guys in the next one.